Hello and welcome to the Geometry and Texture History Make-Along. Here is part 2 if you only bought my patterns, or part 3 if you also bought the pattern pack from Martin Up North, and I really recommend you to do that if you did not do that, because he has created some amazing stuff and you will absolutely love it. Last week he released his first pattern, which is called the Gaudi Pillow, which is made in mosaic crochet, and earlier, 2 weeks ago, I released the first pattern of mine. It's called the Early Waves Call. And this week I would like to show you how to do the Gaudi Pillow. As you can see, it's all about texture. The pillow is made in the embossed crochet with front posts and back posts. Unfortunately, I can't show you the wrong side because I have already stitched my square onto the ready pillowcase, but you will see the wrong side in the next bits of this tutorial, because I will show you all the rows for this pattern. We started the pillow in the same way as we did for the Early Waves Call, but if you joined right now and did not watch the video for the call, I will explain you once again. We start with a cord with foundation single crochets. The stitch pattern for this pillow, for Gaudi Pillow, is multiple of 16 stitches plus 11. It means that if you want to make it bigger, for example, if you want to use the same stitch pattern for a blanket, you will be adding 16 stitches for each new repeat. In this video, I will show you the pattern with the smallest repeat, so I will only have 27 foundation single crochets, but you will need to do 107 for the square in the same size as I have on my blog. So first we need to leave long enough tail. You were asking me how to guess how long tail you need to leave. The best way is to make, for example, 15 or 20 stitches with a shorter tail, and then undo it, unravel it, and then you will see exactly how much you need for those 15 or 20 stitches. So first we need to leave a long enough tail, and you were asking me in the group how to guess how long tail to leave. So the best way for me is to start with the smaller tail, and for example to make 10 stitches or 20, and then undo them, and then you will see exactly how much yarn you used for those numbers, and then you can easily add up for as long cord as you need. So I'm only doing 27 stitches. I think this tail will be enough. So first we need to make a slip knot. I'm using a different yarn for this video tutorial. It's Katona from Schipjes, and a small hook as well. So I did a slip knot, and then with the yarn tail you left, you need to yarn over the hook with the yarn tail, and then with the ball tail you will yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That will be your first foundation single crochet. I will make 27 in total, and you will need, as per pattern, 107. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My cord is ready. It's a short one. Please don't do the foundation single crochets too tight. The cord must be a little bit puffy, you see, because then it will be easier to insert the hook under this V shape, and also it will be stretchy. So that was pre-row, and now we will start with row 1. Row 1 is done on the right side. We begin with chain 2, and then we need to make a double crochet in each stitch across. So here is the first stitch of the cord, and we will insert the hook here. Please do it into the both loops, because in the early waves call you did it into the back loop only, but here we will do everything into the both loops. It means you will insert the hook under this V shape. If you look on top, you will see it. From the top, you will see it. So you do double crochets across, and if you're not sure if you did the right number, you can always count. The stitch count will stay the same throughout all the rows. Here is how your piece will look after row 1. Row 2 is quite straightforward too, but you will need to do it correctly, because this row is very important for the next pattern building. First we begin with the chain 1. I have already done it, turn, and we make the single crochet into the first stitch. You see here the first loop after the chain, so here is the first stitch, we make the single crochet. And now we will start to work with front post doubles and back post doubles. First we need to do 2 front post doubles. You see, this is the first stitch from the previous row. It was already occupied by this single crochet, so the next front post double will go around the next stitch. The front post double is done in such a way that you insert the hook behind the post, grab the yarn, pull up, and complete the regular double. That was first front post double and second front post double. Now we need to make back post double, front post double twice. Again, we work around the next stitch. This one has been already occupied, so we make the double here, and it's done the way that you go behind your work, grab this post on the back, yarn over, pull up, and complete the double. That was the back post double. Front post double, and we repeat it once again. Back post double and front post double. Now again, back post double, and now we repeat 2 front post, 1 back post, and that's the beginning of the repeat, which will be repeated to last 3 stitches of the row. So 2 front post, 1, 2, and 1 double, or one back post double, I'm sorry. That was first repeat, and we need to make them 4 times in total. Again, 2 front post, 1 back post. So 2 repeats. Again, 2 front posts, 1 back post. That was the third repeat, and the last repeat is 2 front posts, post and back post. So we repeated this 4 times, and now we need to make front post, back post twice. Front post, back post once, and front post, back post twice. And you repeat this entire repeat until you come to the last 3 stitches of the previous row. You see, this post is already occupied by the back post, so I only have 1, 2, and 3 stitches to the end. So we need to make 2 front posts. Oops, I ran out of the yarn, sorry. I will just join it with the knot to make it quick, but please don't do that. Find some other ways of joining yarn. So that was first front post, second front post, and the row is finished with a single crochet into the last stitch. You see this last post double from the previous row, so we just do the single crochet into this last stitch. So here is how your row 2 will look. It's like ribbing with front post and back post, and if you look on the back side, you will see the ribbing as well. Row 3 is worked on the right side. We make chain 2, turn, and double crochet into the first stitch in a single crochet you made in the end of the previous row. Double crochet. Now we need to make back post double and 2 back post doubles around the next stitch. So if you look from the right side, you will see that this stitch is already occupied, so we need to make 2 back post doubles around the next stitch. The first one is easy to make, you just do it in the normal way. And the second one, we need to do it around the same stitch. It can be a little bit tricky. So what I am doing is, sorry, some Lego here. Insert the hook, so you can pull this first stitch a little bit down so that you can see this post clearly, and work the next back post a little, just above the previous one. Now we make front post double around next stitch, skip next stitch and work front post double around the next stitch and repeat it. So skip this stitch and work front post double around this stitch. You see we have 3 front posts together. And now we have the pattern repeats started. So it 2 back posts, 1, 2, 1 front post. Again, 2 back post doubles, 2, and now we make front post double around the next stitch, and the instructions tell you to do the double crochet on top of the same stitch. So now we will do the regular double on top of the same stitch as we worked around already. How to do that? You should grab your front post just made a little bit to front so that you can easily see these 2 loops V shape on the top of this stitch. So we insert the hook into this V shape and complete the regular double on top of this stitch. And then you need to make the front post double around the same stitch. Now we will go a little bit lower, so we will insert the hook behind the same post, but we will go a little bit lower than the previous front double and complete this next one. So we are kind of building the V shape here. That's the bottom of our petal that we will see on the next rows. Now again we make 2 back posts, 1, 2, 1 front post, 2 back posts, 2 back posts. Again, front post around next stitch, skip next stitch, front post about around next stitch, skip next stitch, and front post around next stitch. And this is the end of the pattern repeat, so we need 3 stitches to be left. Of course you will make more repeats because your piece is wider than mine, but I have already come to the end of the repeats. So now we need to do 2 back posts around next stitch. Again, first back post is easy, and next back post around the same stitch is done as I showed you. So you pull this post a little bit lower and insert the hook above the previous back post, and then 1 more back post, and we finish this row with the double crochet into the last stitch. That was a single crochet. If you're not sure, you can always mark this first and last stitch, but here you can see the bump on the side. It means that this is the edge of your work. And if you look from above, this is the bump, and then you have this V shape, so that's the last stitch. You make the double there. That was row 3 on the right side. You see, we already have the start of these petals. Here it's going to decreasing, and here we have an increasing. So here it will be coming together, and here it will be getting wider, and we will have these waves here. You see, this front post, it goes to the side, to the right side, and this one is to the left side. So that was row 3. Row 4 is done on the wrong side again. Chain 1, turn, and make a single crochet into the first stitch. Now we are making 2 front doubles, front post doubles, and 2 front post doubles around the next stitch. So that's an increase. First is done around the next stitch regularly, and the next I prefer to do a little bit lower around the same post. Now we need to make back post 3 together double. Let's look from the right side. You see those 3 posts. So we will be working around them one by one and creating the back post 3 together. So first insert the hook around the first post, don't finish the stitch, yarn over, insert the hook around the next post, don't finish the stitch, and yarn over, insert the hook around the third stitch, don't finish the stitch, and pull through all 4 loops. Here how it looks. We closed those 3 posts together. And now we start the repeat. The repeat is started with 2 front doubles, 1 back post. You can see this is the stitch that is already occupied, so we need to work around this front double here, or it was the back post, but on the right side it looks like on the back, or it was probably a back post on the right side, and on the back side it looks like front post. So we will have to work here, not around some of these posts because they are already occupied, but we will work around this one. So we need 2 front post doubles and 1 back post around the next stitch. Again, we repeat 2 front posts. You see, we're just continuing to build those ribbings. So it's quite easy to see where to work the next stitch. And back post around the next stitch. And now we need to make an increase around this central double crochet. You see, we have this V. We have already made the back post around this stitch, and now we have this double, which is inside the V shape. And we will now work the back post double around this stitch. So just insert the hook to bring it a little bit up and work the back post double. So these places are the most difficult in the pattern, but otherwise it's not too difficult. Now we need to make the regular double crochet on top of the same double that we worked around. If you can see here, we have this V shape, so we should insert the hook into this V shape. I will show you without the we will do it like this and complete the normal double on top of the same stitch which we have worked already. And now we will make the back post double around the same stitch. You see here, you just grab it up again and complete. So we make 3 stitches in 1 double from previous row. We made back post, double on top, and back post around the same double. And then we make back post around the next stitch. So you see that we have this 2 regular back posts, and then we have an increase with back post, double back post inside. So instead of 3 stitches from previous row, we now have 5. We made an increase. Now we continue with 2 front doubles, and now you can easily see where to go because that's the ribbing, continuation of the ribbing. So 2 front posts, 1 back post around the next stitch, 2 front posts, and again back post, double crochet 3 together around the next 3, as we did it here in the beginning of the row. So yarn over, insert the hook under the first stitch, don't finish it, yarn over the next one and the next one, and complete by pulling through all 4 loops. And here is the end of the repeat. So when you complete all the repeats, you should have 4 stitches left. As we already talked previously in the beginning, this stitch is already occupied, so the first stitch is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm okay, and you should be okay as well. You make 2 front doubles around the next stitch, 1 front double and 1 I do a little bit lower around the same post. Then 2 front doubles, 1, 2 front post. Sorry, I'm just telling it in a short way. And we complete the row with a single crochet into the last stitch, which can be a little bit difficult to find because we have this front post and back post and it's curling. But if you look from the above, you can see this bump, and here is that last stitch. But again, if you are not sure how to find it, please mark it, and then you will be absolutely sure where to insert the hook for the first and for the last stitch. That was row 4. This is how it looks on the wrong side. We worked on the, and this is how it looks on the right side. You see, this movement is still going on, and we have the petal growing here and 2 decreases here. Row 5 is done on the right side. Chain 1 and turn, chain 2 and turn. I'm sorry. We begin with double crochet into the first stitch. That's why we need chain 2. So now we work 4 back post double crochet. It means 1 back post around each of next 4 stitches. So you see the first. If you're not sure where to insert the hook, always look at your work from the opposite side, so-called, and then you will easily see where to insert the hook. 3, 4. So I made 4 back posts. Now 1 front post around next back post double 3 together. So here it is. You just insert the hook below all these 3 legs of the stitch and complete the regular front post double. And now we start the repeat, which you will repeat across to the end. 2 back post, 1 front double, 2 back posts, 1, 2. And now you see these 5 stitches of the increase from previous row. So we will work front post double around each of 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, we have this petal. And continue in the same way as we did before. 2 back post, 1 front post, 2 back posts, and 1 front post around the back post 3 together. Again, insert the hook under all 3 legs and complete the front post. And now we came to the last 5 stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. So we make 4 back posts, 1 around each of 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and double crochet to the last stitch. You remember, here is the bump, here is the last stitch, insert the hook and complete the double. That was row 5 on the right side. Row 6 is probably the easiest of this pattern. Chain 1 and turn. It worked on the wrong side. A single crochet into the first stitch, and then we will just work around the stitches as they appear in this row. So here we will make the front posts, and here we will make the back posts. But if you're not sure, you can just do it as per written instructions. So 4 front doubles, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we start the pattern repeats. 1 back post, 2 front doubles, 1 and 2. And repeat it once again. Back post and 2 front doubles, 1 and 2. Now we make 5 back posts. You remember we had these 5 stitches, so we just work 1 back post around each of next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and continue with the pattern to the end of this row. 2 front post stitches, 1 back post. You don't really even need to follow the instructions here, because the fabric tells you itself what to do. You see, here is the back post, so you work the back post here, and you repeat this until you come to the last 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we make 4 front post stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and finish this row into the with a single crochet into the last stitch. So the easiest, really the easiest row. And if you look from the right side, you see that the petal is really growing and the shape is there already. Row 7 is done on the right side again. So we do chain 2 and turn. Double crochet in the first stitch, 2 back post, crochet, double crochets, 1, 2, double back post, double crochet 2 together around next 2 stitches. Here you see them. So we just do first leg not finished and the second leg, and pull through 3 loops. Now we will make the increase here in the same way as we did here. So we will work front post, double crochet around next stitch, double crochet on top of the same stitch, pull it forward so that you can see this V shape on top. Here it is. Double crochet and front post around the same stitch. And then we have the repeat. 2 back posts, 1, 2, 1 front post, 2 back posts, front post, double crochet 2 together around next 2 stitches. So around these 2 we will make the decrease, first leg, second leg and pull, front post around next stitch, and front post double 2 together around next 2 stitches, and pull through 3 loops. 2 back posts, 1 and 2, front post double crochet, and 2 back posts, and then increase again around next stitch. Front post double crochet on top, and front post double. So that was the end of the repeat, and we should do it to the last 5 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 here you see left. Then we have back post 2 together, 2 back posts, and double crochet in the last stitch. And here is how it looks after row 7. Row 8, chain 1 and turn, single crochet into the first stitch. We are on the wrong side. 1 front post, double, then 1 front post, double, 2 together. You see this 1 stitch and then the decrease, so the first leg will go around this stitch and second leg will go around this decreased stitch, not around 1 post, but we will insert the hook behind that decrease and pull. 1 back post, and then we will do the decrease again with the back post around the next stitch. So the back post around next double crochet, then double crochet on top of the same stitch and back post around the same stitch as we did it before, and back post around next stitch. 2 front posts, 1 and 2, and that is the beginning of the repeat. 2 front posts, 1 back post, 2 front posts, and now we will do the back post double crochet 3 together. Let's look from the above. You see we have 5 posts here, but that was the decrease, so that counts like as 1 stitch. Then we have another stitch, and then we have this decrease again, so it's 1 stitch as well. So we will make the back post 3 together. Back post, first leg, second leg, third leg under the decrease, and pull through all 4 loops. So we closed this petal. 2 front posts, 1 back post, and repeat it once again. 2 front posts and 1 back post. Now again we will make an increase around the next stitch. Back post, double crochet on top of the same stitch. Here it is, this V shape, and back post around the same stitch, and back post around the next one. That was the last stitch of the repeat, and we have 1 2 3 4 stitches left. So we should make front post double together. First we'll go below, front posts double together, front post around next stitch, and single crochet into the last stitch. Look from the above to find this. Here is the bump and here is the V shape. So here we will do the last single crochet. That was row 8. And row 9 is very easy again. Chain 2, double crochet into the first stitch, 2 back posts, 1 around this stitch and 1 around this decrease. Then we have 1 front post, 1 back post, and repeat it again. 1 front post, 1 back post, and 1 front post. So here we have another type of the petal. Here we had the full petal with 5 stitches, and here we have the ribbed petal with front post, back post, front post, back post, front post. Then we have the repeat of 2 back posts, 1 front post, and we repeat it 4 times. It was first time, 2 back posts, and 1 front post around the next back post 3 together. Two back post, 1 front post, and the last time 2 back posts and 1 front post. And now we make the same ribbing as we had here. So we make back post, front post from the central double. Again, back post and front post. This is the end of the repeat, and we have 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3. So we do 2 back posts and double crochet into the last stitch. And that is row 9. So please refer to the pattern how many rows you should repeat, and I hope that this video tutorial was clear and now you have no problem with doing the Gaudi Pillow. And see you in 2 weeks with the last pattern from my pack, or the next week, next Friday, you will see the next pattern from Martin up north, and I have already seen it and it's really beautiful. So be sure to be on Friday on his blog and see his pattern. Bye.